Hello, I'm Cheesecake. This is actually Orbit Culture. How you doing? That's my phone one. Yeah, my headphone jack came undone there for a second, so my computer speakers came on. But yeah, they got that riff to them. Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, I haven't streamed forever. I've been extremely busy with sketch card work for Tops. I just haven't had any time to do anything other than that, and I can't stream those live. But after I got finished with those last week, I've had some other things that come up, and now I'm getting to these very late, but better late than never on these commissions from Tokyo Comic Con. So right now I'm using a mixture. This is a sketch cover commission. So they wanted a Spawn Deadpool homage to the homage what is it, homage to the iconic Batman Deadpool cover where he's got the batarang just stuck in his head. So I'm working on that right now. This one's way overdue. I hope my customer won't be too angry with me. I always try to get things done on time, but I've just been insanely busy. It's a good thing, but I need to manage my time better. New Year's resolution, eh? So this is a mixture of gouache with Posca pens because I'm working on a red cover here. So I'll tend to like work back into things, trying to keep it like a very simple color palette. Um, I need to go away from just working on this part. Yeah. Oh, thanks, man. Yep. What is it called? Like the idle hands of the devil's. What is it? How's that go? Devil's. Yeah, I don't know how it goes. But what I like to do here, though, is before I start getting into details, which is a bad habit, to go in here and kind of work the just block out things first. great thing about gouache, it's water soluble, so just go back in there and what you would call it, edit things as you go, rework things. The Devil's Playground. There we go. That's what it is. That's what it was. It's crazy. I've gone on bought all kinds of different brushes in the past, and I was working at this. There's this coffee shop that's at a home center, and I love working there. And I forgot my brushes. So of course it's a home center, so they've got stuff there. So I went to the painting, the house paint section, and they just had some really cheap ones there. I bought those, and I think they're some of my favorite brushes ever. In fact, they're so cheap, the handle just like immediately. Oh no, I can't take it off. Oh no, I think it's the other brush. Oh yeah, just immediately like, shoot. Well, now it's not wanting to do it when I want to do it. Oh shoot, this is open. Actually, I'm going to go in here and kind of work with these first. So instead of having the Spawn skulls up here, I'm going to be making some Deadpool badges. So right there. Well, the problem with gouache is since they are water soluble, whenever you're going over it with these Posca pens, it'll lift up the gouache. So you got to kind of be a bit sensitive with them. So I'll come in there and do like a light cover them, and then come back there with a brush and then kind of move them around like so. It's coming together. The only thing is, when Deadpool bleeds, does he bleed red? I don't know. I guess he does, right? Yeah. All right. So that's going to be a bit tricky because the spawn bleeds green. So I'm going to turn this red. Whoops. All right. Cool. I'll change that then. So they don't. That's why his suit is red, so they don't see him. Ah, makes sense. Well, I'll put the blood on last. What I'll do is yeah, and then I'll try to emphasize it with some. All right. What I'll do is I'll do his cape and everything. Then after I go through that, I'll do the scars on his face, and then the very last thing will be the blood from the batarang. That's my plan, at least. So let's go ahead and the great thing about these Posca pens is they don't bleed, so you can paint on top of them. There we go. Yeah, I've been messing around with a lot of mediums as of late, but the one I've really gravitated towards a lot. I like working mixed media, but I like to have my gouache, Posca pens, colored pencils, and watercolor nearby, and my inks. I just kind of mix them all together and get a smorgasbord of things. There we go. I like to get in there and get messy with stuff. I've got this all, in case you're wondering, since this is a sketch cover, what I do is I put tape on the inside, masking tape, like this, where the sticky side is facing up. And then I go over it with tape on top of that. And I do that all around the cover so it doesn't warp a lot. I don't really think I've ever seen anybody do that because I get pretty aggressive with everything in here. So I don't want it to warp too much. It's just been trial and error. So I'm just going back in there, taking some black paint and kind of glazing over it so it doesn't pick up the paint below, but it gives that shadow look to it. I'm just using black to do that too. Oh, thanks, man. Appreciate that. Yeah, yeah, it's fun just getting like all messy with things. It's about 10 o'clock over here, right? Oh no, it's 9 o'clock. My bad. So I've got a very early start tomorrow morning, so I'm not sure how late I'm going to stay on, but I'm going to do my best to try to finish this because I made a promise to get it out to him as ASAP. I think it's coming along pretty well already. So just giving like a pure red won't give you this color. So I've mixed a little bit of yellow ochre with the red and added a bit of white. And then it gives a red that's kind of similar to what's going on here in the background. Or I'll just like add a white to it. Okay. Just need to put a little bit more. There we go. Add some of that into here too. 2 flesh tones. Of course, his cheekbones are high here, so I'm gonna. Thanks, man. Let's see, where am I gonna go next? So probably the last thing I'll do here is one of the last thing, but here come my cats. They're probably starting to get hungry for dinner. Actually, sorry, this isn't a cover. This is a splash page. My bad. I think I said a cover earlier, but no, it's a splash page. I think it's like the inside. Is it the inside splash page? Can't remember. It's been a while since I've seen the comic. I was like working on top of a collar background instead of just a pure white one. Use the background as a mid-tone or something of the sort. He has some little white things on these. Make the eyes pure white on this. Maybe give it a little bit of. That's kind of cool. I should probably bring that up a little bit. I'll bring that up here, actually. That's a great thing about gouache too. It's like, I made a mistake. I'll just wash it out. Another good thing about gouache too is it dries really quickly. So if like I want to work on top of it, it doesn't take too long to dry. I'm just kind of scrubbing in here to kind of get some volume to this. I'm not worrying about getting too detailed because I don't want that to be the focal point. It's interesting. I saw a thing about Wes Anderson's movies today about his 10% rule, where he has like a scene and he has one color, and that's only 10%, maximum 10% of the entire composition. So that's what I'm trying to do with this yellow here today. Just right here, and that's it. And then everything else is going to be either this red or the blue. That's the goal. Ah. I'm just go all over this in red. So unlike the Spawn one, I'm trying to give him a little bit more of a cheeky smile. Ah, yes, philosophy and art. I'm always trying to learn something new. All right. There we go. Let's see. What should I do next? You know what? I might do this. See how this works. really need to get these a bit darker. If you want to make something brighter, make it darker around it. I always forget to do that. One thing about these sketch covers is there's not a lot of tooth to them. So your paints like this tend to just kind of like slip and slide. But if you get a layer of gouache down, then you could use that as your tooth. Just like to go in there with my finger, just kind of rub the paint around. It's weird, I go through favorite brushes sometimes. This one's been my favorite of so late. Clinton Ray, hey, what's up? How's it going, man? Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. Yeah, I would say it's about 60% done. I tend not try to not overwork things, but I try not to overwork things. I want to kind of make this pin here pop out a little bit more. So if you want to make this red brighter, you got to go around and make everything darker. I'm assuming this is the person you were talking about, right? Cheesecake, your friend you were talking about? Just to let you know, I'm using gouache right now. Gouache and Posca pens, mainly just gouache though. Just a little bit of Posca pens here and there. So what I got to really be uh, patient with is I want to put in this red blood that's gushed out from his face, but I need to get the scars on his face done. Then I need to get some highlights on this spattering done. And then I tend to like whenever I work on a project, I'll go from place to place. I don't like to just finish one place. I like to work the entire composition at the same time. So his other eyes up here. I might actually make this piece right here a bit smaller. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's been a while since I've been on. I was telling Cheesecake earlier that I do work for Topps Sketch Cards, and I've had within the last 5 months or so, I've worked on over 400 cards for them. So you could do the math. And in the meantime, I've done 3 cons. Well, 3 comic conventions. One Japan Comic Expo, Tokyo Comic Con, and then Okinawa Comic Con. I'm just trying to catch up with things. It's been a challenge, but it's good to get back working big. Like those comic sketch cards, you worked so small, and you're just wanting to kind of get expressive stuff. These are not the droids you're looking for. Move on. Move on now. Be on your way. Move on. I can't remember what he says. You can move along now. I just watched the trilogy the other day. Of course, the OG one. Yes, it feels good. Definitely. Um, it's been the dream. So just trying to keep that dream alive. Happy customers, happy bosses, and hopefully, the sketch card work leads to bigger things, and then you know, see what happens. Let's see. What do I do over here? I don't need to mix these a bit darker over here. Let me add in the eyes over here too. Actually, I'm gonna get a different brush. Let's try this one. Oh, da, 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 da. put just a little bit of gray on that. I got some blue gray over here. I'll put a couple of highlights on it here. I'll put some highlights on this. I'm just trying to use yellow ochre, flame red, titanium, what is it? Permanent white and ivory black, and a little bit of cobalt. There we go. I still have the OG ones. The Phantom Menace for some reason takes me back. Oh yeah, definitely. Well, I don't know what your how old you are, but I'm 47 myself. So for me, of course, the OG ones, I grew up on those. And those are my, you know, to this day, those the ones I still love the most. And then, you know, I don't really go back to the prequel trilogy that much, but when I do, you know, it's mostly for research. But I completely understand how people feel nostalgic with them. I remember seeing that. I think was I in high school or college? What year did those come out? I would have been, I can't remember. 98. Okay, so I would have been 98. I would have been in college then. Hmm. Oh, 40 here. Okay, so we're just 7 years apart then. I'm going to use the hair dryer on this just real quick. I don't know if you were here earlier when I explained this. I don't think you were, but sorry. Uh, I what I've done was I've got this masking tape, and I've taped the underside of the front cover. I put tape on it facing upwards, and then I tape on top of that to keep the sketch cover from warping or anything. So when it dries, it'll be flat. In case you were wondering. All right, I'm going to start putting some. I feel like going in here with a little bit of, I don't know why, but with a pen. There's like 4 billion pens over here, and all of them are the size that I'm not looking for. Oh, there it is. The cool thing about these pens is you could use them over water gouache, but they'll they won't be like really in your face. Kind of the gouache and the pen mix a bit, so it subdues the color. So while you're painting it, the pen will make the gouache lift up a little bit so you can kind of smear it around. All right, Clinton. Thanks for stopping by, man. Have a good one. 4:20. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, Clinton. So if it's 4 in the morning there, it's 9:30 at night here. Where could he be? Yeah, I'm gonna make that smaller right here. Bring his eye. Only problem if when you take it down like this is that you can't move it around. Ah, New York. All right. So what I want to do here next is I want to come in with some. I haven't decided how I'm going to do this yet. I could use. What was I thinking of doing? Let me figure it out. I am going to have to. I've got a really early start tomorrow, so I might finish working on this in about 20 minutes. Oh, Washington. All right, good night, man. Go. Oh, there it is. Let's see, I'll use my chew. Let's see if this works. So I've got these water resistant pens. Once these dry, they don't lift. Oh, this looks like it's going to work well. Just trying to get that look of the batarang coming at him. Where's my cap at? Where did I put my cap? Interesting. Oh, there it is. All right, let's see the scars on his face. Is that V for Vianetta? Hey, what's up there, man? How you doing? Just working on a sketch cover commission here. I'm going to be working on it for about another 10 minutes or so. Then I got to get ready to hit the sack. I got a really, really, really early day tomorrow and got to wake up at the crack of dawn. But thought I'd try to hop on and do a live stream, which I haven't done for a good long time now. So this is like a mashup of Deadpool, the Spawn Batman comic book where Batman throws his batarang right to Spawn's face, but instead of Spawn, it's Deadpool. So I'm about 80% done with this. In fact, I'm pretty happy with how the scars worked out here. So what I'm going to do is probably just go ahead and in the last 10 minutes or here, just add in the blood for the batarang. Oh, I meant to bring this batarang in here a little bit more too. Just about that much. That way I could fit his other eye in here. No, I haven't. What I explained it before, but what happened is I work for Top Sketch Cards. I do sketch cards for Tops, and I've in the last about 5 months or so I've done over 400 cards for them, which means every day I'm working on stuff for them. And I'm not allowed to show those publicly until they give me the okay. So basically means I have to, I can't do them live. Yeah, so I've been doing those for forever now. And I just finished the last set that I've been working on for them. I'm going to do more in the future, but the only set that I had left to work on for them, I finished last week, which was 140 cards for Star Wars. I don't know if all of them are going to get accepted because they have they go through all the cards and they, examine them, and if they don't give you the A-OK, then the cards can't be shown. So I just finished those last week. So now I'm working on commissions from Tokyo Comic Con. And I've got about those and other personal commissions. I've got close to, I would say, about 30 to 35 pieces to work on. Then I'm going to be going to Malaysia at the beginning of April and Dubai, Abu Dhabi at the end of April for two. The Malaysian one is a card convention where they're inviting me as a guest artist. It's the first time that's ever happened. So that's exciting. I'll be doing that beginning of April. So I've got to get some work prepared for that. I'm going to just do some very quick swipes to add some highlights to his suit here because it's feeling a bit bland. Yeah, it's really cool. I don't. It's the first time I've done something like that, so I'm a bit nervous, but I think it's going to be a good opportunity to, get some experience under my belt and move forward with things. All right. Let's see. I'm not really feeling this area right about here. Actually, but I'm going to go in here and do some highlights real quick. This blue. go. Bring that in here a bit. It just have to be the exact same. Again, some very limited blue. And I'm going to go in just with a little bit of a red right here. I don't know why. Yeah. All right. Put some blemishes on his skin here and there. I really love working gouache. I think it's the medium I was meant to find. There we go. All right. Now let's dry this off just real quick. Next thing we're going to do is fill in the blood. And you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and finish this up. How about it? Let's just go ahead and finish it. I'm going to give a swipe of red down here. Actually, use a red Posca pen. Rub that around. I'll do it one more time. There we go. That's better. Have a little bit of a highlight coming in here. All right. So I'm going to use this Posca pen. And let me dry this off real quick. All right, now I'm going to go in this Posca pen and I'm going to get some blood on here. Ooh, happy accident. Yeah, a little bit of too. You put too much pressure on these Posca pens, they'll just throw a blob of paint. But that kind of works in this situation. So you can just take your brush and stretch it out. There you go. And that works. Just take that and bring it out. Make it work. And then you could use that puddle as like a little reservoir for your paints. Just pull from here and then kind of stretch it out everywhere. I don't know about you, but I think the customer would be happy with this one. The challenge with all this red is to make this red stand out. All right. 10:01. I'll be finished here with another 5 minutes. I've got about a 5 minute song. I've got a 5 minute song going here. So when this song is finished, I'll call it a wrap. So what I'm going to do is come in here with this small brush and add some black around this blood and give it some volume. All right. I think we're going to call it quits on this one. I've done about almost 2 hours of work on it. So for me, that's about the amount of time I want to spend on the sketch cover for the amount of, price and everything that these go for. So thank you to everyone who came. Thank you, B, for being in here. I'll give you a close-up look at it, okay? Let me just dry it off there real quick, and then hello. I'm doing a live stream. I'll be right there. Hold on a second. Okay. No problem, Cheesecake. Let me lift this tape up, and I'll give you a close-up look at everything. It'll just take me a couple minutes here to pull this off. I don't want to rip anything. So doing this so I don't, so the cover doesn't warp. There we go. And I like to pull from inside to the outside. Go. And I'll take this off from the inside, making sure it's short. The inside paper is not as strong as the outside, so you got to be very gentle when you're taking off this tape. There we go. Alrighty. Just a few more pieces of tape to go, and I'll be ready to show. I'll just let you know, on my drafting table here, I do clean. There's a big piece of plexiglass on top of it, and I use window cleaner on it and wipe it all down, make sure it's nice and clean before I begin working on it. Mission accomplished. All right, here we go. Boom. Yeah. So that's the kind of piece there. There we go. I might do something about this little part right here. I'm not really happy with that. Put some gouache on there at the very end. So I might just go in there and put some more black on top of it. I'll have a look at it tomorrow. But yeah, there it is. It's the final one. Thanks, Cheesecake. Yeah, I mean, I was working from an original piece, but that's what the customer wants. Arigato. All right, guys. Thanks for checking out the stream. I'll be doing more Tokyo week, so be on the lookout for those. And yeah, have a good one. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.